Nobody expected a 13-year-old to steal the spotlight from seasoned reality TV icons, yet here we are. Zoey Klein, the shy girl viewers first met clutching a toy in a Mumbai orphanage, just surprised fans with a transformation so striking. It has even producers whispering about a comeback. One brave medical win, a digital side hustle, and a swirl of fresh rumors later, Zoey's life reads like the next binge-worthy chapter of The Little Couple, even though the cameras have been off for years. So how did she jump from background cutie to head-turning teen entrepreneur? Let's rewind, fast forward, and catch the unseen moments that forged the 2025 version of Zoey Klein. But remember, a few twists you're about to hear are still floating in the realm of industry chatter, intriguing, unverified, and absolutely worth watching. Zoey was born on the 22nd September 2011 in a small Indian hospital that recorded little more than a date, a weight, and the phrase, healthy female. No glossy baby album, no family name, just paperwork and an uncertain future. Her first memories formed inside an orphanage where metal cribs lined pastel walls and lullabies came from volunteer radios. On the other side of the globe, Bill Klein and Dr. Jen Arnold, already parenting Will adopted from China, were scrolling through adoption profiles when a single photograph stalled their breathing. Bill later called it a thunderclap of recognition. Paper chasing, background checks, interviews, embassy visits, each hurdle lengthened the wait, yet conviction overrode fatigue. The day they landed in Mumbai, monsoon clouds hung low over Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport. Hours later, inside a quiet office, Zoey stretched out her arms to strangers who somehow felt familiar. That embrace flipped every page of her life's first chapter in an instant. Hope packed its suitcase, doubt lost its passport, and a timid toddler boarded a plane bound for Houston, unaware that millions of viewers were ready to watch her grow. Hope feels light, but it can weigh tons when everything changes overnight. Jet-lagged and disoriented, Zoey stepped through the doorway of a suburban Texas home, only to spot another unfamiliar sight: booming lights, fuzzy mics, and production crew badges. While Bill and Jen chatted easily with camera operators, their new daughter stared, bewildered, at the lens that would capture her first giggles, tantrums, and milestones. For a child who barely spoke English, every clapperboard snap felt like thunder. Early episodes revealed her survival strategy: shrink into shadows, study every face, speak with eyes, not words. But Bill's playful energy became a daily invitation to laugh. Jen's Dr. Calm taught her that unfamiliar rooms held no threats. Together they read picture books, labeled kitchen items with sticky notes, and sang bedtime songs in gentle English. Slowly, Zoey's shoulders unclenched. When a scene required her to say, "Night, Mommy," crew members teared up, not because the line was perfect, but because it was unscripted, genuine, and soaked in newfound trust. Shyness, however, is stubborn. Even as her vocabulary ballooned, Zoey often froze when strangers recognized her in grocery aisles. Bill tackled that fear with humor, introducing her as the CEO of cuteness. Jen framed every public interaction as an impromptu lesson in kindness. We smile, we wave, we breathe. Moments like these planted seeds that would bloom years later when Zoey faced trolls with a poise most adults never master. Just as routine began to feel comforting, life hit shuffle. First came a job offer in Florida for Jen. Then, in 2022, Harvard Medical School called her to Boston Children's Hospital. Each relocation meant new schools, new accents, and, cruelest of all, new dance studios that measured uniforms in standard sizes, never dwarfism-friendly cuts. Zoey cried quietly the night her favorite leotard no longer fit policy guidelines. Bill drove her to 5 different stores until one clerk finally offered custom alterations. Lesson captured. Obstacles exist, but so do workarounds. In Florida, Sunshine coaxed Zoey into the family pool. What began as a splash fight evolved into weekend swim classes and, soon, local competitions. Meanwhile, dance instructors noticed her impeccable rhythm. By 12, Zoey balanced breaststroke drills with jazz dance rehearsals, each victory chiseling away another layer of self-doubt. When the family arrived in Boston's icy winter, she entered school with the confidence of a seasoned traveler who has already conquered culture shock twice. Behind the scenes, dwarfism demands vigilance. Zoey's growth plates, spine, and ear canals require routine imaging and occasional surgical tweaks. February 2025 brought one such tweak: replacement ear, tubes to combat chronic infections that could threaten hearing. Bill's Instagram update, "She faced the OR like a champ," went mini-viral, sparking thousands of supportive comments. Zoey replied with a selfie flashing a thumbs up and a caption that read, "Can you hear me now? Good." Humor diffused. Anxiety, turning a medical saga into an empowerment reel. Doctors cleared her for swim practice within the month, citing quick recovery and stellar discipline in post-op care. Zoey celebrated by choreographing a water-themed TikTok routine. Ears above water, surgeon's blessing secured, followers cheering in real time. The pandemic pause had already frozen TLC production, and by 2023, the family realized cameras might never return. Surprisingly, Zoey missed them most. What felt invasive at 5 had become comforting at 11, a predictable rhythm in the dance of adolescence. Rather than pine, she pivoted. With Bill's spare GoPro and Jen's old laptop, Zoey built ZK Vibes, a YouTube playlist nested under the family's dormant channel. Her first upload, a 2-minute room tour titled "Tiny Space, Huge Personality." Lighting was uneven, editing choppy, but authenticity glowed. Within weeks, she added fashion try-ons featuring adaptive clothing hacks: leggings trimmed to perfect proportion, jackets tailored at the wrist, a thrifted denim vest bedazzled with rhinestone Z's viewers, teens of every height, flooded comments with gratitude. Next came dance shorts, then snack attacks with Zoey, quick recipe reels where she wielded kid-sized utensils and quipped, "Chef knife? Nah, chef's kiss." Analytics exploded. Clips hovered on YouTube Shorts discovery. Page followers climbed past 250K, and brand managers began emailing Jen about sponsorships. The family set firm rules: no energy drink ads, no weight loss gimmicks, zero room for bullies. Moderation tools on full throttle, Zoey pressed publish again. Success breeds curiosity. In late 2024, a reputable Hollywood trade sheet reported that TLC executives were exploring reunion concepts for the little couple. The article noted cast availability and strong fan nostalgia, but cautioned that no filming dates were locked. Bill responded with a tweet containing a single eyes emoji, fueling speculation. Rumors suggest an hour-long "Where Are They Now?" special could drop as early as winter 2025, potentially featuring footage Zoey herself shot for her channel. Industry. Insiders claim negotiations hinge on editorial control. The Kleins want final say on health topics and social media integration. Whether a full season materializes or just a streaming special, one fact stands: Zoey's glow-up is the selling point. Networks adore a teen coming-of-age arc, especially one dripping with positivity and built-in fandom. Fame, however, never arrives alone. Last summer, a doorbell cam captured neighborhood kids mocking Zoey's stature while delivering flyers. The clip landed on TikTok, stirring outrage and empathy in equal measure. Instead of retreating, Zoey posted a response video titled "Difference Isn't Dangerous," calmly explaining dwarfism and urging kindness. Views smashed the 1 million mark in 48 hours. Schools requested permission to screen it during Anti-Bullying Week. She followed up with a vlog describing how she sets boundaries online. Content filters on, comment approvals, daily screen detox hours. By transforming hurt into education, Zoey leveled up from reality TV child to advocate. Fans noticed. Organizations promoting accessibility invited her to speak, virtually for now, at youth panels. Each appearance sharpened her public speaking skills and expanded her mission. Celebrate uniqueness, demand accessibility, spread joy. Spring 2025 brought a height spurt measured not in inches but in attitude. Zoey strutted into her 13th birthday. Photo shoot wearing a lavender midi dress cinched with a rainbow belt, doc-style boots modified to lift her 2 extra centimeters, and confidence that towered taller than any runway model. She danced through the set to Dua Lipa, nailing every pose the photographer suggested, then inventing 3 of her own. The final portrait, chin high, eyes fearless, became her channel banner. That same month, she volunteered at Boston Children's Hospital's Little People Mentoring Day, guiding younger kids through a craft station and explaining ear tube surgery in simple language. One parent whispered to Jen, "Your daughter just convinced my son he can swim without fear." Jen's eyes glistened. Bill high-fived Zoey from across the room. Zoey Klein's story no longer fits the neat edges of a 30-minute cable episode. It's spilling onto smartphones, into hospital corridors, across dance floors, and maybe, just maybe, back onto primetime TV. She started as a quiet shadow in an overcrowded orphanage. Now she's a beacon for kids who wonder if difference means limitation. Ear tubes? Just maintenance. Trolls? Teachable moments. Relocations? Adventure fuel. So, where does she go from here? A rumored TLC special could reintroduce her to millions, but even without studio lights, she's scripting her own saga in vlogs, reels, and real-life mentorship. The next chapter might feature a branded adaptive fashion line, a dance,